Iron Stream. I'm gonna go do founding the European Union without triggering a world war. I've done this in 1.6, where it's very easy to do. Let's give it a shot in 1.8, because why the hell not? Uh, so to do this, it's easiest, of course, with Germany. I had to refine it a little bit. I had to do a few attempt runs, test runs, to get the trickiest part right. So we'll go new. We'll go the 1st of Jan. We're gonna go with Mr. Adolf, and because I'm playing from Germany itself, I'm not allowed to see Adolf. Ah, and if you're wondering, I'm drinking the best beer in the world, which is Warsteiner. So we'll go with Germany. This is Germany. We're not changing any of the rules. It's all standard. So what we need for this event, or what we need for this achievement, I'm not gonna go Iron Man mode because I've too often where the dog just runs out barking and I need to pause it or reload a little bit because I forgot to pause it. What we need. All right, back to focus. Focus. What we need. We need to take Germany. We need to have all French territories. We need to have the Benelux territories, and we need to have Italy. Once we have all of those, we can found the European Union once we are democratic. So to do that, it's a bit tricky because once you start kicking off a bit of a fight, the democratic countries like France and the Benelux will join Britain in the Allies. So we'll need to work around that, see what we can do. Alright, let's just start. Now, to achieve this, you need to be quick. You need to be speedy. Or as they would say, speed is life. Right? Right. If you go slow with this event, you will certainly die. Because Britain will come, take its brolly out and beat you to death with it. And that's not what we want. Now, first we merge the fleet, start training. To get a little bit of experience in, get some naval experience. Second thing we do is research. What we need definitely, paratroopers. No, I'm not going to do the LAMO tactic. The LAMO tactic is dropping one paratrooper on all these victory points and winning it that way. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to we're going to do like D-Day, except we're not going to go for Normandy. We're going to go a little bit further up. We're going to go for Dieppe, Le Havre, Rouen, Amiens, and this area here. We're going to hold this and then start the invasion from this side. So we need paratroopers for that. We need better economy, basic machine tools. We need faster construction, and we need electronic mechanic engineering. Very good. Then the next thing that we need. Initially, I always built my airport here, so I always upgraded the airport here. I've refined this a little bit now. I'm building my airport these days here in Westfalen, so you can't build it in Rhineland or Moselland. Reason being, it's currently still demilitarized zone. So you can't move any troops in there, you can't launch any fighters. But building the airport here gives you free range over northern France, which you want, but also lets your naval bombers hit the English Channel, so you can help start sinking shippies there. So that makes it a very good location to build to upgrade your airport. Next to that, we want more factories. Always go for the high ones. So that's 80%, 80% infrastructure allows you to build quicker. So 80% infrastructure factories will be built quicker than 60% infrastructure buildings. So we build two in there, we build a couple in Brandenburg, that one there, that one there, so that's Rhineland and Westfalen. Then we'll take Hessen and Moselland, and we'll finish off with West Ems. Alright, get those out of the way, and we have some military factories for free. What we're going to do with those is we definitely need a few more transport planes. You and two, all the way to the top. Come on. So you're going to the top. Then we need naval bomber. Naval bomber 1 will do. We don't need a whole lot. So we'll need one naval bomber. We need one more view. We need two more view. Then we've got two more factories for free. So we'll invest two more in normal fighters. There we go. So 28 are used. Brilliant. We have a lack of rubber, so we'll deal with that. Now we're not going to set a national focus. The reason we're not going to set a national focus is because we need political power as quickly as possible. The quicker we've got 50 political power, the quicker we can start justifying on France. So we're not setting a national focus until we've got 50 power. Then we're still not going to set a focus. We're going to start flipping over Belgium, and then we're gonna set a national focus. So you can go. This is a warning. We have no infantry in training. That's fine. We have old equipment, and that is something we have to deal with. So these are old submarines, but it's almost done. So we'll finish that one. That's an old submarine, almost done. We'll finish that one. This is an old submarine, almost done. We'll finish that one. That one is almost done. We'll finish that one. You are almost done. We'll finish you. This one is almost done. We'll finish you as well. And all these other ones, you don't need. This is gonna take ages. You can only put 5 into this big ship. You don't need it. Bye bye. Again, this one, Scharnhorst, you don't need it. Bye bye. Here's another big one, also Scharnhorst class. Go away. And then we've got a bunch of destroyers, and I'm sorry to say, you are all pens. You can all go. And the only thing we really want are submarines. Also, a recommendation for anybody who's thinking, I'm unemployed, I want to join his navy. Don't join my navy. None of these guys will make it past 1941 or 1940, but that's okay. That's what they're there for. Now we have a lack of rubber and too much tungsten. We're importing tungsten from Sweden. We'll stop doing that. And we'll grab a bit of rubber from British Malay because they still like me. And next up is outdated equipment. We know. Divisions. We'll assign the whole shebang to one group. We'll take the tanks to another group. And we'll take the Gebirgsschwader there as well. We'll take the SS. And we'll take the horses. The horses. There you go. And all of them are going to go here. Click. And similar for you guys as well. And of course these guys can't get there because Poland is in the way. So they're not going to do anything. So we're going to grab them and use the shift button to tell them to go to Königsberg. And then keep shift pressed. And then you can send them to Wilhelmshaven. So you don't need to do it manually. You can just queue orders that way. On top of that, we can delete all the... That's a bit of a hassle at the moment, getting all the prep work done. But we're deleting all the air wings because, you know, we're going to do it a lot better. You can go as well. All the air wings here need to go. Delete, delete, delete. You can go. So that's all my air wings, correct? Correct. There's no more air wings. So we're just going to go to Westfalen. And there's our small airport, but we're going to build the new air wings. So that's my fighter wing. That's my bomber wing. Close air support. And for paratroopers. And finally my naval bombers. And we're going to upgrade the whole shebang. So you should be 400. You should be 800. And the button I'm pressing here is just to auto reinforce. And I'm setting them always to nice round numbers. 100. Never gonna get 100 transports. You don't need 100 transports. The reason for this is I want 100 bombers in one group, and by setting 800 I can divide this 8 times and then get groups of 100. Similarly here I want 100 fighters, so by setting a group 4 I can divide it just 4 times. I have groups of 100. Again 200, same thing. 100, we don't need to divide it. 200, same thing. That is correct. We're not going to train them. The French pilots are shit as well, so they can just slug it out. Alright, what we need is we need more infantry. And we can only train 22 divisions at the moment due to the size of our army. And we're going to train them there. Now,
Achtung!
the guy in charge is going to be an infantry commander. Erwin van Witzleben. He's a promotional cost, it's cheaper, and he's an infantry leader. He's also one of the guys that tried to blow up Hitler in 1944. And if he would have succeeded, he would have taken over Germany. Unfortunately, he did not succeed. He was killed in the process. And we're going to get a field marshal. And the field marshal we're going to get is Günther von Kluge. Now, Günther von Kluge was not involved in the plot to assassinate Hitler, however. He was summoned after the plot to come to Berlin. So he already saw which way the wind was blowing and he killed himself. And he then got replaced by Model to take over on the Western Front. But we'll go with Günther von Klugen. And then we'll need a general guy here, which will take... we'll go for Rommel. Although, now we'll take Bulgarian. Then we have you are going to be changed So we're changing this Gebirgsbrigade. We're gonna change that to a tank battalion. And we're gonna change the horses here to trucks. So these will be the quick attack guys. These are just infantry, and we're training a new bunch of infantry down south. We still have a lack of resources, but we're gonna trade for that. And we're good to go. We'll put the speed up, and there we go. And because we're not doing any, what's it called, no focus, this is going up fairly quickly, so 2.3 per day. And once we hit 50, we can justify. The Navy is training. Need to keep an eye on the Navy because they will plop out ships really quickly at the beginning. And I almost forgot, you can straight away go to the Hochseeflotte. You can go to the Hochseeflotte. All these other ones, because they plop out so quickly and stop training after that, I will do manually. But the submarines, we will look after. 36, 38, 41, 43, 46, 48, 51. So that's part 1, justify the war goal. Conquer the Alsace and Lorient. And this should be done in 28th of September. So that's when the war will start against these buggers. Now very important is the next part. Straight away start boosting party popularity with the Belgians. So after we've dealt with France, right, we're gonna deal with the Netherlands and Luxembourg. Because the Netherlands will flip to Britain anyway, because it's part of the focus tree. Luxembourg is, well, it's just sitting there, might as well be eaten. I could eat, of course, these two guys, but I think Luxembourg is less fascist, yeah, than the Belgians. Belgians are already a lot more fascist. And it doesn't matter in the country size how quickly they flip, just it's the same cost, they will just flip a little bit earlier. So that's why we go for Belgium. Yep. So now what we need to do is get our army out. Once we've done that, we should be in good shape. So we have a decision available, that is very true. We can do the Mayflow bills, and now with 16 of those, we can take focus. And the focus we're gonna do is naval rearmament, because we need a lot more ships. In 1.6 you didn't need to do this, simply because you were producing enough ships, and France was a bit of an idiot. France is a bit better now. So we have to have a little bit more ships in here. La da 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 da. And I'm wondering, is there no music playing? Why is there no music playing? Let me just check the sound settings if the audio is on. Master volume, yeah. Oh, there's no. There we go. That's better. Bit of a dramatic music. We need a bit of dramatic music. Let's deploy some troops. We need 2 more. Because there's 24 troops in a battalion. Well, this might be a little bit too much music. Yeah, that's better. Alright, so this is gonna be our southern army. They're gonna go to a new theater. What happens is I occasionally click on the wrong army, and then these guys that should be defending the border go like, oh, you want us to attack Paris? Sure, we'll go through the Maginot Line and get slaughtered massively. Now, we want Van Ronstedt. Why do we want Van Ronstedt? He's old guard, +1 entrenchment. And then we want another infantry leader, which is Wilhelm Ritter van Leep. Now, he was not a nice guy. He was the guy that's in charge of the army that initially went to the northern sector, and he also, for example, laid siege to Leningrad and caused like millions of people there from starvation and bombardment and shit. So yeah, he was not a nice guy. How do I know this? Wikipedia. Wikipedia for the win. ADD. And we're just slowly training more troops. We're slowly training more troops because I misclicked the button. Unfortunate. They always get sick. Anybody who stands here gets sick. That's why I assign them straight away. Naval rearmament is done. We'll go for the naval effort. Start. Nationalist Spain declare war. We must rally behind this cause. You can go there already. And that's the civil war in Spain. We're not gonna bother to get involved in it. There's no point. Spain will, because we're not getting involved. They will flip to the communist side, which just means more for us to eat. La, da, da, doo, doo. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. Hoppa. You 4, enjoy him. You 3 are done as well. Excellent. So that would mean there should be 8 more in training, and as you can see, there's 8 divisions in training. That makes us nicely up to 24. Ethiopia has won its battle. Very beautiful, and we'll continue with faster research. And we've done the naval doctrine. I'm going to expand the naval dockyards. And again, this is just getting more and more submarines out. Having said that, see there's 6 ships there. You join, and we've got 41 at the moment. I think we need 45 to be able to fully upgrade Karl-Heinz units. Another thing that's useful to do is to go to the repair queue and up this to 10. This will quickly get your ships back in action. It will slow down ship production, but your ships will be quicker in action. They will generate more experience. There we go, and our factories are done. So what we need is a lot more guns. Guns, 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 and more guns. I say it's hard work founding the European Union. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Plop. Very good.
Alright.
You join him. And all we need to do now is wait for this guy to be done. And because he's getting so much equipment, he will train faster than everybody else once we start training. Purely because he's well equipped, all the other ones are not. All the other ones are like the Dutch army. They don't have any bullets currently, the Dutch army, so they have to scream pang, pang, pang themselves. That's more or less what these guys have to do as well. Except for these, for this lot. They have proper guns. 100% important. Alright, so this guy here, Field Marshal Gerd von Rundstedt, he's gonna defend against the French counterattack. And of course we can't, well, we could rush in here to try and hold the border, but we're not going to cook enough. And also, you know, the French will have more troops here. They should be able to push through it. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a defensive line, or a fallback line, from Pittsburgh, decent beer, all the way here to Frankfurt, and then south here across the line. So they're going to defend behind the big-ass rivers, which is going to make it really difficult for France to push over. Also, we're going to train these guys to at least a regular level, gives them a little bit more combat power. At the moment, they are minus 25 combat power, which is pens. So I'll get them regular. I wish I could train them higher, but I need the guns now also for paratroopers. And that's the first one. So we're gonna hire Bormann. He's a silent workhorse, he gives plus 15%. Rudolf Hess also gives 15%. Why are we hiring Bormann? Hess occasionally has a tendency to go on a mission to Britain and die. I'm not sure he's gonna do it if we're not at war with Britain, but I'm not gonna risk it. We'll hire Hess second. Alright, now let's get this in. Look at that oil go. Production is still decent, and what I'm completely forgot. Oh no, the Mayfield builds are still on, that's good. I almost got a heart attack then I'm thinking I've forgotten about the Mayfield builds. Expand Dockyards facility is done. Beautiful. We're gonna come back to this in a wee bit. What we're gonna do first is now unlock our extra research slot, which is here. So we're gonna go for the 4-year plan, and then get that one going. And there we then also have to make a decision if we want a small civil war or a huge civil war. And again, yeah, so to summarize, we're gonna found the EU without triggering a world war. That means we're not gonna be at war with the Axis. Sorry, we're not gonna be at war with the Comintern. We're not gonna be at war with the Allies. We're not gonna be at war with Japan. We're just gonna be at war with the Axis, because the side that stays loyal to Hitler is the Axis, so you can't avoid that. So we have paratroopers now. We're still researching this stuff. We're gonna go for better artillery, and we're gonna go for better infantry equipment. There we go. And we're already in June. And we need to train paratroopers. We need to train paratroopers urgently. As you can see, you can only have 9 division of paratroopers. This seems to alternate a little bit. And I think I know why. When I tested it, I had only 3 tank divisions and 3 truck divisions. I think if I flip one of the tanks to a truck, I can build 10. But for RF, it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's kick off the Mayful builds one more time. Yup. And with that, we also need to start trading. We need to get our fuel up, because no fuel, no good. So we're gonna go to the Soviet Union, give us all your fuels, and we're gonna go to Iran, give us all your fuel -2. And then we need also Iraq, you can give us all your fuel as well. And Romania, where are you? Romania only has 6, so we're not gonna bother with them. I'm surprised the Netherlands only has 7. They should be. Oh, they've traded a lot of it already. German Reich stands united. So once this hits August, we're gonna stop trading. Stop trading. Iran is not supplying everything. Just keep an eye on it, that it corrects itself. Yeah, they've corrected itself again. Naughty Iranians. La da 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 da. Oh, what's now? Right, Soviet Union is not supplying us with all the oil that that we're paying for, and they're not correcting, so we're gonna go down to 80. And it is August, all right. And on that note, we're gonna stop training our ships. Stop training. Give them a little bit of time to repair, because they do take damage when they're in training mode. And then we're gonna make our task forces. There you go. Plop. Start repairing. You guys are all done. Very good.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
You're gonna be a new task force. You're gonna go there. You guys, are you done training?
Achtung!
Yeah, you're good enough. Done. Alright. So we can
Ihre
tell them to
Befehle?
stop training.
Ihre Befehle?
And get these guys to do the invasion. Alright, so we want Kurt Student. And we want to upgrade you guys.
Befehle?
You can't be upgraded, that's fine. You,
Achtung!
also nice man, cannot be upgraded.
Angetreten.
You, however, can, so we're gonna go with organization. Purely for the reinforcement rate. And I think you here
Achtung!
can also be, so you're gonna be a Panzer expert, because we have more Panzer than little trucks. He's gonna be a Panzer expert, and he's also gonna be a guerrilla fighter, just for the entrenchment speed for the little trucks. So that is good, that is good. Then we still have 55 left,
Angetreten.
which can be you. You can be a skirmisher, probing attack, and paratroopers. Extra paratrooper glide. It just gives them a little bit more grace period if we use that ability, and see me forget about it quite a lot. Alright, so 1, 2,
Ihre
3.
Befehle?
I'm gonna send the first 3 divisions here. No, 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 no. Epic misclick. Forget about yours. The first 3 divisions. You are going there, and you're going there. Thank you.
Zuhören!
Next 3 divisions. Click there. We'll click there. And the last 3
Achtung!
divisions. There and there. Now, If I would have had 10, I would have sent them in batches of 2 to take 5 squares. Because of 9, I will just take 3 squares. So we'll just take the coastline and we'll push out from there. Alright, now, ship-wise. Everything is repaired, everything is repaired. So we've got 100 political power. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna get rid of the ship. We're gonna not get rid of the ship, we're gonna get rid of the pride of the nation. The problem with the German Navy is that they will sink. They will sink like massive, and if this gets sunk, people get upset. That's the pride of the nation. It's a bit like when the Hood got sunk by the Germans. They don't. The British didn't like it. So we're gonna get rid of that. And that will stop people from bitching and whining, at least for a bit. Now, production-wise, these guys are being assigned to the Hochseeflotte. We're gonna stop that. We're gonna go to the German theater, so that they're gonna go in like a pool, as a backup pool. And we're gonna grab all our submarines, 34 in total, all submarines. Select. And we're gonna divide them into 4 squadrons. Right. So auto resupply and auto fix. So this means if a ship gets damaged, it goes to fix, so that the entire fleet doesn't have to go fixing. It's just one. Auto resupply, we'll put them on 10 all. So whenever a submarine gets built, they will then automatically go and join whichever task force needs submarines. And we're gonna go convoy raiding. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna send these guys around to the one of the harbors here and invade from there. Now, you would normally think you want to do convoy escort. I'm not sure why this doesn't work, but raiding gives more escort ability than escorts do. It's very annoying. There and there. So they're gonna go convoy raiding. And you guys all gonna get a different icon. You are a submarine. You are a submarine. You are a submarine. And you are a submarine. Alright, so the submarines are gonna do convoy raiding. Brilliant. Then my service shippies. Surely they must go on convoy escort. Nope. Automatic split off, yes. Low level chicken shit engagement, because we only keep as much as you are alive. And you're gonna go on this. And you guys are gonna go on strike force. Now again, nobody is doing convoy escort because convoy escort is really shit. I've tried it with just light cruisers and destroyers on convoy escort. I could never get it high enough up. So that is good. We are in August. Boop. Green means good. Of course it means good because we're not fighting anyone, so therefore we're absolutely fine. We're gonna go to Autakri. I had to Google it, what the fuck this means. I can't pronounce it, but what it means is that they want to make Germany self-sufficient. Oil is going in the right direction, so we can say stop Iraq oil. Stop Iranian oil. We'll just stick with the Soviet oil for now. 13 days. Alright, you guys. Now, let's do our fighters. Küstenflieger, so our naval bombers. You do that, and that. So they do port strikes and they do naval attacks. Only during the day. Simply because during the day they're more effective. So, how does this work? During the day they can do two missions. They strike twice every 8 hours, I think, and they don't fly at night. If you have them on day and night flying, then every 12 hours they do something. And if you have them on night flying, then they do 2 missions during the night, but they have more chance of crashing during the night. Then we have the Stukas. We'll divide you in 2 as well. And yes, I shouldn't have put them on, I should have just left them on what they were. They're gonna go for close air support, and they're gonna go for naval bombing, and so they're gonna go for naval bombing and port strikes. So, sorry, port strikes and naval bombing. So what happens if there's some fighting going on? They will support the troops. Actually, I can even fight them lower. Put you on that as well. So if there's some fighting going on, they will support the troops. If there's no fighting going on and there's some ships in a port somewhere, they will try to bomb the ships in the port. Similar with these guys. Let's fix this properly. Click. So we'll have groups of 100. We're gonna go for close air support if there's some fighting. they will support. And if not, you're gonna do those. And you're gonna fight here as well. Then we have the last group, which is my standard fighters. Let's put them on day and night fighting. Click, click. I'll put them in groups of 50. Daytime raiding. All of you go here. Except the first two, you're gonna go here. That's a bit of annoyance. If France straight away sends troops here, planes here, then it might be that my second or third waves of paratroopers don't get off the ground. So we need to keep an eye on that. However, once the first group lands, we should have a harbor, and then we can just beeline those guys in. So the Navy is doing stuff, the Air Force is doing stuff, Army is in the right position, you guys in the right position, and trained. You're just well under-equipped. We have a lack of 135 days worth of infantry equipment. We have a lack of everything. That's gonna be interesting times. And the Soviet Union is not supplying us with oil. We'll put them down to 48. There we go. 10 days. That should be sufficient. At least through this conflict. I just got a bloop 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 text message. Nothing interesting on there. We're into September now. You guys are ready. Everybody is ready. Lovely. We are boosting you guys, right? Yeah, we're boosting. Look at them go. They're already at 28% fascist. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Alright, there we go. So, now watch this go completely wrong. We've got some more factories, so that's all fine. We need a lot more support equipment. We'll need some more artillery. Yes, we're stacking artillery at the moment, but we will be assigning that shortly. Alright, so France, declare war. You guys were not using you guys anymore. You just stay, do what you do. And again, the reason that I moved them out is because I don't want to accidentally click on the wrong guys to invade somewhere. You need to invade. We're going to put the speed a little bit slower. You are not being protected by Britain. No, you're not. Lovely. Germany at war again. Yeah. Plop. Alright, so my paratroopers have arrived. Now, normally you can't send your troops here. Well, you can if there's a button on here. How do I explain this? There you go. You see here this little round around the harbor? That means you can send troops there to that harbor. They're not around Kiel, so I can't send anything there. However, you can sort of trick the game by just selecting the general and saying make a defensive line there. Make a defensive line there. Now, that should be hopefully sufficient to get them going. There you go. See? Now they don't give a shit that we don't control this entire area. Italy wants to send troops. We don't need Italian troops. We've got a couple of port strikes in. So we've lost a bomber there. We've lost a bomber there. That's okay. And there will be some fighting. There's a good chance. There's a good chance. There's a small chance that that we will indeed lose a couple of people on the way. Oh right. There we go. Some powers have made it.
All right.
There.
Ausrücken.
There. And this is just to establish your border.
Befehle.
You go there, you can forget about your orders. And you can now just defend this corridor. So all my paratroops now have to do is hold. Hold until relieved! And
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
once you do arrive here, you can go and grab this area. Now this is more than we need, actually. But it should be a good start. Come on, infantry. Well done. Alright. So, you don't need to go there. You need to come here. And then drive through this guy. towards you.
Ausrücken!
Now, you have to be careful here, because if you go too quickly, you will get cut off. And you need to give time for your infantry to catch up. Go to Kalle.
Angetreten!
There. There. There we go. Now, Dunkirk has a lot of victory
Ihre
points.
Befehle?
Okay. So, you want to see, or at least I want to see if you can grab Dunkirk fairly early on. Calais also has a lot of victory points. Don't go in just yet.
Unter Beschuss!
Wait a little bit longer. Excellent. So we're just going to wait for some infantry to arrive. Also let the organization, as you can see the green bar is organization. It's a bit low at the moment, so I'm going to wait for that to rebuild. There's only 5 divisions here.
Zuhören!
So these guys are going to go in.
Bereit zum
And
Ausrücken!
then we'll send in support infantry as well. And because we're attacking from multiple sides, there's a combat with 160. And we've filled out 162. That's due to our tank divisions not being completely full. Also, our infantry divisions are not completely full. The French can only fill out 100, so they are a bit of a disadvantage at the moment. The downside is that the infantry engage before the tanks engaged. But hey. You can hear the... There you see, that's what I mean with the German fleet is shit. So we lost already a lot of heavy cruisers, including probably one of the ones that was the pride of the fleet. Hence it's worth using that 100 PP to get rid of that pride of the fleet. Alright, so we've done that, We want to have better military doctrine research. And we also want to have a quicker reinforcement rate. And grab Dunkirk, people. Mechanized computing and dispersed in industry. So we can grab you. And we can grab you. Again, better construction, better industry, a little more useful. And we're just gonna wait till we grab Dunkirk. Oh, got Dunkirk.
Ausrücken!
Beautiful.
Ausrücken!
And we'll just go after you. Now I'm purposefully avoiding Paris at the moment. We're going for Riem. We don't really need it.
Ausrücken!
But it occasionally gives you a good chance to an encirclement like here. Killing enemy troops is always good.
Ausrücken!
Let's grab Reims or Riem or whatever the hell it's called. And now we're gonna work our way towards Paris. Now, we might be too quickly out of here. We need to wait for infantry to arrive. We've got Autakri. We go for Hepburning back. Now we might have left Riem too quickly, but it doesn't really matter. We don't need it to win this war.
Los! Los! Los!
We're just gonna go grab the troops here, and then we'll grab the troops in Paris as well. So they're just shoving troops in there at the moment. That's fine. We don't really need them. We could go for Sedan. We don't need Sedan. This is all fine. This is all fine. We'll just wait for our tanks to push through these guys here. We are fighting excellent. And combat width is 36 against 51.
Abstand halten!
There you go. So we've got now 48. A few more troops in there.
Auf geht's!
Again, it's just a matter of blasting through them a little bit quicker. You see, it's now just one defending.
Zurück!
And we can go and grab them.
Los!
And
Los!
infantry as well.
Los!
There we go. So they've got a lot of troops in Paris at the moment. Where we have to bulldoze it through. The beauty is we have air support. And we have air superiority. Don't leave, use the fight. So that's green, that's going in the right direction. We're gonna grab these two, get them to relocate to come and help us out here in Paris. Because they were fit, they had good organization. His organization is not recovering. You have no organization, you will not fight. You won't fight, you can't win wars. There we go. So the truck here, its organization is recovering at the moment, so we can get him back into the fight shortly. But the truck there, for example, his organization is dropping like a brick. But the French are almost done for.
Ihre Befehle?
Get you back in the fight as well. So there's 2 more divisions. We got him. There we go. So this is the important part. Okay, Fatherland. The world tension is 23%, and it's gonna go up because I'm gonna claim stuff, right? And above 25%, Britain takes out his brolly and beats you to death. That would mean a world war. That's not what we want. So we're gonna start by claiming all the territory that we need. And for the European Union, we need all European territories. That would be this bit. And also I want Tunisia. Why Tunisia? We'll come back to that. And we're gonna end turn at that point. Right? War tension 41%. I declare war on the Netherlands on Luxembourg. It's gonna be hell to pay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make the world happy by liberating all of Africa. And that will reset. World tension is now it cost 16.8% by claiming all this territory. We're just gonna go liberate that one. It goes down to 15.5. We'll liberate that one, that one, and that one, and that one, and we're already at 9. So we'll just keep liberating. La da 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 da. Oh look, world tension is, if I would quit right now, already at minus 1.5. Well, we can still liberate Togo and whatever that is, and Ivory Coast, and world tension will end up at minus 9.3. Now there's a few more states that we can take, and that's French India, take New Caledonia, Tahiti, blah 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 blah. We're gonna take all of them, and why we're doing that is because there's one in there. See, the world tension minus 8.10, which is still brilliant. They're cheap, and one of them has like 200 chromium in it, which is definitely worth it. And done. Alright, so there is some resistance to occupation, and that'll go away. Don't worry about that. That will definitely go away. So, next up, right, we've got 100. We need to wait for 160-ish, I think. And then we can declare war on the Netherlands and Luxembourg. And with world tension having been reset, we just gobble them up without any issues. So you, my buddy, you can come back to the main theater again. There we are. Forget your orders. You are gonna go there, and you are gonna eat the Netherlands. Netherlands only has like 8 armies or so, that should be fine. You are gonna go here, you're gonna go up, gobble up Luxembourg. That's fine, that's fine.
Bereit zum Ausrücken! Ausrücken!
And you guys are gonna go back to there. Now, the entire Air Force on top of the Benelux. And the Navy. Look at that. 18 ships left, 2 of the big ones, a couple of light cruisers, a couple of destroyers. So yeah, they took a pounding. 1 assist, 2 enemy killed, 1 killed, 0 killed. What did you kill? You killed nothing. You assisted with a destroyer. I think he killed a couple of destroyers, right? Yeah, he killed the destroyer. But yeah, the surface ships are doomed. Lost 4 submarines, 3 heavy cruisers, 1 light cruisers, and 3 destroyers. And what did we kill? 3 destroyers. Yeah. I'm so glad I got rid of that. Having said that, you a whole lot can join up again. You are the Hoogzeevlotte? Not yet. You are now the Hoogzeevlotte. Auto repair, and you go in training. Why is that? The Netherlands does have a little bit of a fleet, but it's pitiful. So we don't need a fleet to defeat the Dutch fleet. You guys are gonna go to the Hoogzeevlotte. You are straight away going into the Hoogzeevlotte. We have a lack of tungsten. That's just absolutely fine, and we can finally fix our armies. So we can add an extra infantry unit there, safe. We can, in the Panzer Division, we need a few more guys. We need a panzer in there. We need a truck in there. We need a panzer in there. And we need a truck in there. That brings it nicely to 20. Safe. And you guys can have anti-air. Safe. That also means that you guys, you have shovels, and that one you can have anti-air. Safe. And we need to start building anti-air. Why anti-air? Anti-air has a nice, decent amount of piercing. Don't anti-air. Which works well against enemy fighters, which for Germany is not that big of a problem. You should be able to produce sufficient fighters yourself to keep the skies clear. But the piercing also helps against enemy armored divisions. So it's for the smaller nations, if you play the Netherlands for example, it's better to have anti-air than anti-tank. For Germany, you could go anti-tank. I prefer anti-air, especially when you're slugging it out in Russia. The distances are very large and sometimes your normal fighters just can't make it. In that case, it's just better to have a little bit of anti-air in there. We need more tungsten, and for tungsten there's always one buddy to go to. There's one safe haven. There's one person in the entire world for tungsten, and that's Portugal. Tungsten. In the end, we'll take all of it. The resistance will go away. That'll go away really quickly. It's, they will soon realize it's much better to be German. And we can modify the government. We don't want to modify the government because we first need to justify war on, what are they called? The Netherlands and Luxembourg. Oh yeah, companies demand mere full payment. That's a bit of an annoyance because this will now shoot down again. Very well. So 40 have gone down. We'll get the speed up a little bit more. And let's see how our navy is doing. You guys need to train. Are you repairing? Yeah, they're still repairing. Okay. But yeah, once they're repaired, then there will be a little bit of training going on again. You can go. Very good. Just train in the North Sea. La da 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 da. Alright, and we have free dockyards. Of course we have free dockyards. We took France. And you're gonna go to the Horsey Flotte. Also, we can now upgrade the shippies to have more torpedoes. More torpedoes is better. More torpedoes is God. So you need to be a more torpedo guy. So we definitely need one more torpedo guy there. You can straight away be a more torpedo guy because you've not built anything, and we're gonna get one more torpedo guy here. So by putting them on one, they will just build one more and then stop whatever they're doing, and the overflow will just trickle down to the other ones. Under unlimited icon, they will just build unlimited. We know! Yeah. We're not idiots. Well, you know, just want to be on the safe side. And once you are done repairing, you guys should go training. Also, you need to go up top, because the more civvies we have, the quicker we can build. There we go, 166, that should be sufficient. Now, we want to get the war going at the same time. Do we really need to? Nah, the will tension is 0%, but... you know, you get used to doing it properly. So we're gonna spend 70 to clear war in the Netherlands in a year's time, and then justify on Luxembourg in 365 days, also 73, and that leaves us with 23. World tension has now gone to 8, even though we generate 14, so it does keep the minus world tension. If you think like, oh no, I don't need to go into minus world tension like I did when I liberated Africa, do go into minus, even though it doesn't show it, it remembers. And there we are. There's still a nice little slugfest going on down here. The German Reich stands united under Adolf Hitler. And after that, we need to go after the Belgians. And look at the Belgians go. They're doing quite well. Alright, that's Hermann Göring back. We'll go for the KDF wagon. And then the next thing we want, of course, is we want Rudolf Hess. So yeah, and also Rudolf Hess is not allowed to be shown here in Germany. Because he was one of the Nazi Führerschaft. even though he did not really do that much during the war. Early on, he flew to Britain, crash landed, and was taken prisoner on his diplomatic mission. He wanted to see if he could get either a revolt in Britain going or get Britain to accept a treaty. So he spent the entire war in jail. And then he was released to the Nuremberg trials. Then he spent some time there, and then he was sent to Spandau prison. And then the Russians refused to let him out, and he died in the end. Well, he committed suicide in Spandau prison in Berlin. Even though Britain petitioned several times to have him released, Russians did not let him out. Oh well, guess what it is. Alright, we have 3 military factories. We had 46. What do we really need? This is going correctly. We don't really need any more of that. We have plenty of trucks, so we're gonna put a little bit more into tanks and then a little bit more into trucks. What we'll need is we'll need more tanks and more trucks because we'll have to take on Italy as well. And we'll need more guns. And a good thing is we've received guns from the French, but not a whole lot. We just need loads more. We need more guns. We need more planes. We need more tanks. We need more artillery. We need more towed artillery, anti-air. We need everything. So the Mefo bills are gone. That's fine. So the negative effects of the Mefo bills are gone. And we're all slowly going in the right direction. We've got radio. Beautiful. So we're gonna take these two to quickly exploit a little bit more of our resources, and then we're also gonna go in this area here. Now fuel is not really gonna be a problem for us, because we're gonna take over the Netherlands, and the Netherlands has a very beautiful island here called Curaçao, which produces a bit of fuel, like 50 fuel or so, which is gonna really help. We're still gonna build a few fuel refineries, just to be on the safe side. But we'll finish with these military factories first. And again, we're gonna take a few military factories from the Netherlands. Now, the Netherlands is a bit of a pain in the ass to defeat. You would think that they cave like nothing, but they hold out pretty long, which is very annoying.
Zuhören.
You guys can actually train a little bit. And we can hire Rudolf Hess. There we go. So that will keep these points up a little bit higher. Also, we need to balance this out. We want to get the stability higher. There we go. And after the extra research slot, what we're going to do is we're going to align Romania and Hungary. We're going to align Bulgaria as well. So what we're going to do, right, we're going to go for a large version of the Civil War. And a large version of the Civil War has a couple of benefits and a couple of downsides. So, to get the large version of the Civil War going, you want Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, Sweden, Norway and Denmark in the faction of the Axis. You then start a civil war against the Hitler's party. They all fight on the side of Hitler, and then you can take the whole lot over. So you don't have just the European Union, you get straight away this part as well, and you get the entire Scandinavia. So that's the plan. So these guys are nowhere near fascist yet. We will boost them shortly as well. So we need a little bit more in this department here, and then we'll start boosting Bulgaria. We're gonna get focuses for Hungary, Romania, Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. 1937. We go to war with them in December, so what we'll do, right, even though we're already trying to piss them off, we're gonna go for a promise of peace. This will lower the political gain, daily political gain, a little bit lower. War support will drop a bit, although this will drop quite a bit. Might not be good. No, we're gonna wait for the what's it called? Improved worker conditions. That will reduce the factory output, but we need to get the war score at least above 29%, otherwise it will complain. So that's excavation 2 done. Fuel guild from oil refineries. So those are all fine. You are doing this. You're building guns. You've got 12,000. You're building artillery. That's fine. You've got plenty of artillery now. Alright, let's build more guns first, and then we'll start with the rest. And again, we don't really need that many naval bombers anymore. We're not having a lot of naval fighting going on. We will have some naval fighting going on against Italy. That's why we're still focusing on building more and more submarines. Submarines. Württemberg is repaired. Big AD. So that's excavation. We need some rubber because there's nowhere in hell that we're gonna get any rubber. So the Hindenburg incident, the Hindenburg actually did not crash. It's beautiful. Modify the government, and we're gonna take, what's his name? Hjalmar Schacht. What does he do? Infrastructure, civilian factories, and refineries. And since we'll be building refineries, we will need him. Also, the next one we're gonna take is Hans Guderian, Blitzkrieg theorist. Even though we're gonna go for mobile warfare and Hummus, Erich from Manstein would be better. 15% doctrine bonus. I prefer Guderian for his 10% armor speed. That's the machining tools. Are we already doing the doctrine research? Yes, we are. Beautiful. So we'll grab the fuel refinery level 2 research. Shanxi joined the Chinese United Front. And we've got the extra research slot. Lovely. So what we're going to do is we're going to align Romania and Hungary. And for that we need a gross Longbirdschaft. We're not going to integrate war economies. We're just going to take them over during the Civil War. So we've done that. It is 1937. The good thing is, because we've been training, we can now start unlocking all these naval doctrines. And while we don't really need them at the moment, we will need them once we go up against Italy. We'll also need to change our recruitment policy. We need a few more soldiers. How far are you? The Belgians are getting there. 45% fascist. How are we doing? We have a lack of transport planes. We have a lack of anti-air, but that is it. Lovely. So we just have a lack of bombers and transport planes and shit like that. But nothing too major. Also, I've forgotten to tell you guys what to do. You guys are almost trained. Lovely. Stop training. You guys are gonna go in for the kill. Right, Rotterdam, Den Haag, Amsterdam, you.
Achtung!
1, 2, and 3. Grab Rotterdam. This will straight away give us a reinforcement point.
Angetreten!
And also, it's a very annoying tile to grab, Rotterdam. You grab that one.
Angetreten!
And you guys gonna grab Breda. So the reason I'm taking this bit, as rivers, is a pain in the ass to take them. Our tank guy can just ballot through Arnhem, Utrecht, Amsterdam, and the infantry can just swoop behind it. But you don't want to push them into Rotterdam, because Rotterdam is so well defended strategically. It makes it just very annoying. Alright, so we've done that. We now train armies, plus rally behind the cause. We need some defensive armies. We need some defensive armies, so we need some defensive armies to guard this area, and we need to guard the island here. So for that, we're gonna add 24. And we'll train right there. And we need more. Train. Let's see how many more we can have. 19. We'll start with 9. And we'll train them in Marseille. Yep. Very good. And once they've been trained, then we need one more batch of troops. And that's it then. Alright, so we have 3 factories. Lovely. Lovely. For that we don't have radar yet. Next thing to invent. We need a big ass airport. Big ass airport here, we can strike anywhere in Italy. Right? There's already an 8 airport there, big enough. We don't need a bigger one there, we just need a big one here. I've got also a 10 here, so Italy is pretty much doomed when it comes to airports. What else we need? We need a little bit of support in holding the line. Not 10. 10 is ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 will hold. We can have just 4 there because they have a mountain bonus. And all these guys need to do is make sure that the Italians don't break out. There we go. So they will hold that. Then we need 3 there. And then just in case, I've seen it happen once or twice that there was an Navy invasion. It doesn't happen that often, but you know, better be safe than sorry. What we also need here is we need more infrastructure and we need more of this. And again, this is important because we'll have a naval invasion coming from here into Italy. So what we'll do, right? We'll have paratroopers drop from here on Palermo and the area around it. We'll have a naval invasion invading here into Italy. We'll have the other army standing by here, going there. Then the paratroopers will grab this area. We'll just fight in the south. The tank guys will move south or move north, not sure yet. It will all be chaos. Italians will be screaming around and running around like headless chickens. It will be beautiful, beautiful. So we're planning a war already, even though we're gonna go to war with these guys first. We can now get an Scuderian. Finally gonna get some military stuff. We have plenty of fuel, so we can stop sponsoring the Russians so much. We're using 27. And we're producing 4, and yeah. So we're just gonna keep the fuels full, but we're not really stocking up that much anymore. The evidence of corruption is inherent in communism. You see, it's slowly declining now, but that's okay. It's nothing to worry about. And we have a lack of 6,000 guns, which is done in 36 days. Jesus, that goes quickly. Großlandwirtschaft is done. Beautiful. The war escalates. Let's align Romania. And still 200 days for that. We will need more tanks though. We've got oil processing. This one is still way too far off, 300 days. You're doing that, that's fine. Submarines also way too far away. Infantry equipment. What we're gonna take is a radar. We will need radar against the Italians. Again, every bonus you can get against the Italians is worthwhile. None of you guys level, right? Nope. Nope. You didn't level. You didn't level. That's okay. That's fine. So the next one is going to be the bettering recruitment. Because we need more troops. Rubber processing. We need more rubber. Rubber always good. So it's 1937. We can't grab anything there. What we'll grab is this one here. The logistics company. And that will just reduce the amount of supplies that we need. It's just going to make fighting a little bit easier. There we go. So we have sufficient infantry equipment. We have a lot of trucks. We still have a lack of tanks. Regardless, we must prepare the people for war. Let's train a Panzer division. And these are not the best Panzer divisions, it's just light tanks, but still, we need to train a couple of them. Let's train a couple of motorized divisions as well. We'll need them against Italy. And they're just there for unorganized chaos. Especially because this side of the countryside, even though they have hills, light tanks still push through them fairly easily. I say fairly easily, fairly effectively. But yeah, fighting in Italy is always a pain in the ass. Oh, there's planes. That's nice. They actually have some planes. Yeah. No, that's wrong again. So yeah, the fighting here is always a pain in the ass. But if you're a bit speedy, then you can push them, push through them, and keep the momentum going. Extensive improvement because we need more troops. And align Romania. Convoy interdiction. Our shippies have generated enough XP that we can straight away go for this one here. Research. And at least it's still a while off. And we've discovered delay, which gives more organization, plus 15, so the troops just stay longer in the fight. So the next one is elastic defense. Again, tanks get one organization, not a lot, but tank and armor division get 10% speed and gives a bit more reinforcement rate. It's nothing to sniff at. The Spanish Civil War is still not over. I could send what's it called, military advisor, but neither side will accept it. Neither side likes me enough. I could improve the relations, but it's usually not worth it. Now the Belgians, they are at 49% fascist. They will not instantaneously flip, but they will flip in the end. Now there's there we go. That was a standard mistake I made initially with the Belgians. That's while waiting to flip to eat Italy. Don't do that. What will happen is your war, the world tension will shoot above 80%. The Belgians will join the Allies. Even though they will flip to fascism, Britain doesn't kick them out. Very annoying. So make sure you eat Belgium before you eat Italy. So that's 8th of December. What's this one? 23rd of December. Oh, that's so nice. That's like Christmas Eve. Almost Christmas Eve.
Angetreten.
Do they know it's Christmas time at all? La la la. How far are you guys? Alright, so that's the big problem with a lack of 30.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
5. Anti-air. So that's 8, and you need to go there as well. 9. So you guys, you are island defense. Go there. And you're going to a new theater because you're not moving. Defenders. And all they need to do is just hold. Defenders. There we go. There they go. They take a boat and they're gonna hold the line here.
Befehle.
You guys are gonna join those two.
Befehle.
There's 2 more in training, right? 1 more in training, and at least through this conflict, the war will be over. And 2 more in training. Lovely. You guys join there, and you need a general.
Bereit.
Hold the line. And we need another 24 divisions. You train there. Alright. Also very important, what we need is we need more there. So we need more infrastructure here because we need to keep these troops supplied. And you keep supplies going by building better infrastructure. So we're gonna build better infrastructure back to Germany. So keep the troops supplied. How we're gonna defend? We don't need 48 troops here. What we need is we need 24 troops to hold here, and the remaining troops to hold the coastline. Because the Italians do tend to do naval invasions in this area. It's a bit of annoyance. Initially, I defended here, so behind the river, and then the last bit here. Let Italy push in there, but you know, why let them push into beautiful German territory if you can also just hold them at the coastline? We're 141, 137, almost there. And we can hire someone new, and what we're gonna hire is we're gonna hire better submarines. And we can do that by taking this one here. You could take the carrier and the capital ships, let's be honest. I don't use carriers. I don't use capital ships. We're gonna go for the Blumvles raiding fleet. We could also go for industrial stuff, but let's go for the raider fleet. Now you are slowly getting fascism. Beautiful. Territories seem a little bit more Italian than Yugoslavian. Yup. And we're just making slowly progress. 6th of December, lovely radar detection. So this is 1937. We'll move to 1938 shortly. So we get a little bit of a penalty here. 0.7 years ahead. We'll grab that one. And justification has completed for Friesland, Brabant and Holland. But we'll wait. We will wait. We'll do this properly. We will do this properly. And we'll grab Luxembourg shortly. La da 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 da. I just got another text message. Let's have a look. See if this is essential information to have or not. My bloody phone is too slow. Essential information, but nothing I can share online. Alright, so we've aligned Hungary, so Hungary now also starts slowly to flip. If you both got them in if you get them both in affection, then you can do the integrate, or if you get one of them in affection, you can integrate the war economy, then they become your puppet. The way we're gonna do it, we're not gonna do that, we're just gonna defeat them in the civil war, and then we're gonna annex them straight away. So, here's two options, right? You can go for the U-boat effort, which will give you production and a little bit more research and the cruiser submarine hull. And it allows you to go down to modular construction, and that's about it then. What I would recommend if you want to grab Scandinavia as well is go for Plan Z. Now Plan Z gives you a bonus on battle cruiser, battleship, heavy superstar destroyers and carrier models. Did I say star destroyers? Anyway, for the big ships. I'm not going to build any of that shit, but what I want is to be able to befriend Denmark. I want to be able to befriend Norway and Sweden, and they will then flip to fascism. Once they do, they will get into the Axis. I declare war on Hitler, they will declare war on me, we just invade them, and whoops-de-whoops, we have a lot more territory. Having said that, it's 1937, yeah, it's still fine, it's still fine. Need to keep a little bit of an eye on the world. Justification for Luxembourg is finished, there we go. So, keep the game saved, declare war on both of them at the same time. Because, as you can see, declare war, world tension spikes. And you want to be able to declare war on these buggers, declare war without hitting 25%. If you hit 25% and then wait an hour, Britain will again take its brawly out, shove a crumpet in your ass and beat you to death with it. So, yeah. However, since we have started war, Britain doesn't care. They go like, yeah, whatever. Wash war. We'll put this a little bit down. Our ships are just going to continue training. And we're going to invade. Now we're not going to bother with the Luxembourgian front. Luxembourg has one army consisting of 2 troops and 1 shuttle guy. They should be able to do that manually. You are going to go there. Drive towards Utrecht. And drive towards Amsterdam. Great news! Are you downside? You're so south. Right.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Come there. And engage as well. Go. Now the Netherlands has a little bit too many victory points. In the real war they surrender within 5 days.
Angetreten.
But here, they always hang on a long, long time. There you go.
Ausrücken.
Now, kick them out of that tile. Lovely, so we've linked up now. That is nice. We're gonna kick them out of Amsterdam. Come on. There we go. So it's, I think it's the 30th, so they took 7 days to defeat it. Adolf was quicker. Oh no, this is they've not surrendered yet. This is just Luxembourg. Take all states. And see, it's already the 31st. We're still in it. Tanks are still fighting in Amsterdam.
Befehle?
You guys go there. You guys go there.
Ausrücken!
Let's push these fuckers.
Befehle!
Alright, we'll get Breda, because Breda is also a victory point. Boom, got Amsterdam.
Auf geht's!
Oh.
Ausrücken!
There we go. Now we've got them. Now, what you want to do, right, is you want to take all states. Of course, because you want all these states. You also want the states over here, which is Suriname and Curaçao. Enter. And then you've got the Dutch East Indies. Now, you don't want the Dutch East Indies because at some point, what are they called? Japan is going to justify them and you'll end up at a war with Japan. Now, initially I didn't know you could do this because I'm a bit of an idiot. So I always satellited the Dutch East Indies, then went through the process of integrating them and then I released them. What you can do is just click done here. By not clicking on them, you just click done. And they do their own thing. So, they're not my bitch. They're completely separate. Go forth and be happy. So they have a truce. You do what you want. I do not care about you. Japan will come and eat you shortly. You will not be eaten long though, because Japan will get its ass kicked by the United States really quickly. Alright, so that is that one done. That's that one done.
Achtung!
You guys... nope.
Alright.
You guys are gonna set a front line. Boop, there. And go and invade. La da 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 da. There. Ready.
Achtung!
You guys are gonna go from the north. And you are going to invade to the south. Oh no, there's a little hole in the Ardennes. Ah!
Alright.
For that, we have Mr. Guderian to come in from Metz, Luxembourg, and Bitburg. Decent beer in Bitburg. And you are gonna do an offensive line all the way over there. You do that, you do that, you do that. And then, yeah, guys, forget your orders. Go here.
Ausrücken!
They will then drop in 3 divisions in Brussels, Leuven, and Namur, and that should be it then. Free military factory. We've got some more military factories from the good old boys in the Netherlands and Luxembourg. And we're going to stock up on additional towed anti-air. And I think I want another production line of light tanks. Mostly because I want more light tanks to keep production going. There we go. Lovely. So that's good, that's good, that's good. You guys are being boosted. We'll just boost you as well. You're not going that quickly. We'll just boost popularity. Go. And what are you doing? You're doing Plan Z. Fine, 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 fine. I think I will flip over and do a little bit quicker the alliance with Soviet Union and then continue with aligning these buggers. So everybody is moving. We'll get speed back up again. So as you can see, my neighbor is just training. They were like, yeah, whatever. We don't need to get involved. I've got 39 ships here because I've not told my navy guys to automatically join the big navy. Hoogzeeflotte for you, but not for the rest. Hoogzeeflotte. Hoogzeeflotte. Alright. Approve the sale of fighters. They will sell the oldest fighters first. So they can bugger off. That's absolutely fine. These guys are just here. They're not doing anything really productive. They don't need to. We got fuel refining. Excellent. Also forgot almost that we need to turn off buying fuel from the Soviet Union. It's 1938, so we can do some more investigating in here. So a bit better support equipment, and we can also continue with a bit better radar. So we'll go for the support equipment now. Alright, so having done that, let me just text back. There you go, we'll send back have fun. Yeah, voila. So we have some decisions that we can take. We're not going to take any of them. We're going to take the improved worker conditions shortly. And then we'll start aligning these little buggers here. Plop. Improve worker conditions. Why improve worker conditions? The more you've got here, the more stability you get. Stability is always good. You get more factory output, you get more political gain. Unrestricted warfare, beautiful. We're gonna go for this one here. Wolfpacks. Surface detection improves. Submarine raiding improves. Organization improves. Torpedo reveal chance decreases. Beautiful. Really, this is awesome. Alright, just finish my beer. Alright, I'm gonna take literally like a 2-minute break. I'm just gonna go grab 2 more beers. I shall be right back. Bear with me 2 minutes. Well, probably a minute. Be right back. There we go, I'm back again. I've brought the beer, and I've also brought the yogurt, because, you know, what goes best with beer is yogurt. However, before we start with that, let's go and continue the game. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I need to stop trading fuel. We're making 20 tons, that's fine. We can reduce the fuel intake a little bit. Yeah, actually, we just turn it off. Let's see what happens if we turn it off. We're still absolutely fine. Long live Curaçao. And to make sure that remains fine, we're gonna get a little bit more infrastructure in Curaçao and in Suriname, just to make sure that we're absolutely fine. So we'll click Suriname first. That gives us 30 more aluminium. And then we'll do Curaçao. So what actually happens is, because we did Curaçao second clicking, they go all the way to the top of the list. We get them done first, gives us 17 additional fuel. Some of it will be traded away, most of it will remain in our empire, or our future European Union. Cheers, by the way. Then we'll finish Suriname, and then we'll continue building defensive structures. So we seem to have sufficient trucks. What do we have a lack of? Need a few more light tanks. Truck-wise, we're doing really, really well. So we're gonna train a few more truck. Have I forgotten to update the truck template? Yes. So we forgot to update the truck template, so they have 18. So we're gonna change this a little bit. What we're gonna do, right, is we're gonna add some motorized artillery. The reason for this is they have plenty of organization, and with a bit of motorized artillery, their soft attack goes up. And we need a bit of soft attack to fight the Italians. Now I'm down. The downside is the defense goes down. What is wisdom? See, if I add just one more truck to it, the soft attack is 81, but the defense is 7 to 7. Now, if I... And you want 20 width. For the people that are new, you want 20 width. 20 or 40 or 10. But something that fits nicely in the 20, 40 or 80 group. Right? You can't have an 80 width here. I don't think you can have an 80 width. So 20 and 40 is the standard. So if I add motorized artillery, right, that will get me to 19. If I do like this, the defense does drop a lot. But the soft attack goes up by a lot, by 43. A loads. Organization goes down, that's how long they can stay in a fight, but they do a lot more damage. Breakthrough is a bit pants, but that's okay because we've got tanks for that. Support anti-air. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing this. Piercing is 13, so they can actually fight a little bit against enemy tanks, and most of that will be coming from these guys here, from the anti-air. Where's the piercing? 8.9 they add, so that's all piercing from anti-air. Brilliant, these guys. These guys do hardly any piercing. So yeah, even if they go up against light tanks, they can pierce them. Medium tanks are a bit trickier, but at least they can do some damage against them. Yeah, we're gonna go for this. Safe. What do you want? Deploy units. Units are ready for deployment. Which units are ready for deployment? Well, then deploy them. There you go. No stupid questions, just deploy them. Train. Let's train 6 more units. I'll add 1 more there. And set the location here.
Bereit zum
And I
Ausrücken.
want to keep it semi-balanced. So that puts us at 5 trucks. That puts us at 11 trucks, 12 trucks, 12 trucks. That puts us at 7 tanks, 8 tanks, 12 trucks. You have a lack of what? Anti-air. Alright. Let's wait for this to finish, and then if for some reason we've got a lot of tanks, then we can always add more tanks to it. Let's have a look. But yeah, you want to keep it semi-balanced. Semi-balanced. That's the logistics company. That will have to go on everybody, and that also will cost trucks, because the logistics company does use a truck. They use supply use manpower, 500 manpower. It doesn't say how many trucks it uses, but it uses trucks. We do not trust you for dread. Trust me. Would I lie to you? Yes, you would. Probably I would. More out of ignorance, but in this case I am really certain it uses trucks. And then now, the moment supreme. Time for yogurt. Oh, we can make a decision. Oh yeah, the promise of peace. We can do the promise of peace, and now it's actually a good time for a promise of peace because we have 38% war support. Promise of peace, which is brilliant. We're not fighting. Belgium still hasn't flipped, so we can do befriend Denmark. But what we're gonna do first is we're gonna go for army innovations treaty with the USSR. Reason for that is we'll get better tanks. Also, if the USSR takes over Poland, which they will, then there's a good chance they will give half of Poland to us. Though in the real world, Germany gave half of Poland to the USSR. The treaty stipulates whoever takes them, the other half goes to the other party. That would be us. So we'll get a lot, well, a bit of Poland without doing anything for it. Obviously, a flood. Not sure why I all of a sudden got an extra harbor, but we'll take it. Curacao is good. You do that, you do that, you do that. Awesome. Everything is going in the right direction. Everything is going right. You guys are still just normal fascist. Yeah, 52%. You guys are going well into fascism. That's fine. You guys are going your way. You guys are... Oh, God. You are happy fascists. Lovely. And then we are still improving, plus 93 per day. But the stability is improving quickly because we have 2 things running: improved working conditions and promise of peace. So I think that should put us to 100% or very close to 100%. So that means that we get improvement above 1. See, I'm thinking in a moment. Yeah, let's wait a little bit. Gonna wait a little bit, and then we're gonna start working on these guys. And the reason is I want to get at least the infantry guy in. This one, Ferdinand Schörner. 10%, 15%. Yeah, I definitely want that guy. Go on, Belgium. You know you want to be a fascist. Look how beautiful fascism is. Right? You get rid of this guy with a schnauzer. You get a different flag. You don't even have to join a faction. You will get rid of the Catholic bloc. You won't be democratic anymore, so you don't need to spend money on stupid elections. Look, the French have gone before you. The Luxembourgians have gone before you. The Dutch have gone before you. Everybody loves it. We're at 9%. There we go.
Achtung!
So that's 17 divisions. Yo. Go there. How many more are in training? A little bit more. And 2 more divisions and blop, done. Alright, so
Zuhören!
that's 7 divisions. Excellent.
Ihre Befehle?
Quit that. Alright, so we're gonna set a defensive line, a fallback line for these guys around the coastline, because the Italians will do a naval invasion. That's what they do. No, 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 definitely grab that port. There. So the important thing is I almost missed the port when I was designating it. Blop, that's done. We also need radar. Radar, and radar. And probably build a radar there as well. Yeah. Very good. Do we have a big airport here? Yeah, airport for 6. Let's upgrade you to max as well. We don't need to upgrade this one. We'll be shortly fighting here and then moving on fairly quickly. So we've got some radars that will help us get control of the area. You're still fighting, Jesus. Generically, though, if I don't help out, it's usually the nationalists or the communists that win. But at the moment, it might be that the fascists are going to win. It could go either way. And let's make the treaty with the USSR. There we go. Start. Alright, so this one is also important, but it's 1940 tech, so it's too far ahead, so we can't grab that one just yet. We'll need that one. We'll need a better radar doctrine, and this will help our submarines once we get 1940 submarines. 88, 89. Have you flipped yet? No. 53. So the further they go in, what's it called, in the fascism, the more likely it is that there will be some event saying that that they can flip straight away. So we're just waiting for that event to trigger. Spend 100. Our navy just continues training. We've got 127 ships at the moment, mostly just submarines, which are actually awesome. We need awesome submarines. We have better infantry equipment. That is good. We can go for... It's all too far ahead. Tanks we can't go for. This is all too far ahead. That's all pretty far ahead still. Better fighters, we're not there yet. We could do a quick, well, semi-quick battlefield support. We have nothing here that we can grab. Yeah, we could grab marines, but you know what we could grab? Actually something that is useful. That is... you are far ahead as well, right? Year and a half. But this is actually very useful tech. Because we will be naval invading Japan, Italy. At the moment we can only send 10 divisions. With this we can send 50. And that is really, really worth it. It is far ahead in time though. It is pretty far ahead in time, which I'm not happy about. So we could also just do this one here. Yeah, let's do the magnetic detonators first. they all help our submarines as well to survive. But having 50 divisions invading, that is nice. At the moment, it's just waiting for Belgium to flip. As long as the Belgians stay democratic, nothing we can do. Britain will straight away come and punch us. There we go. So we now can do these two. Again, these two both help our submarines as well.
Achtung! Bereit!
That's one more truck. So what do we have a lack of? We have a lack of tanks. We no longer get anything from Yugoslavia. Well, that's for MX-20, so we'll just add more trucks then. If we have sufficient trucks but not enough panzers, then we'll do it that way. Then we'll get Franz Halder, Ferdinand Schöne. Not Franz Halder, Ferdinand Schöne. And we'll start working on you guys. So, Boost Party, Fascist. Boost Party, Fascist. Boost Party, Fascist. And we're going to use the Plan Z. After the treaty with the USSR, we're going to use the Plan Z protocol to befriend these nations. They will get even more boost towards fascism, and they will flip fairly quickly then. There we go. And then we'll take the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. So that's the one where we'll divide Europe the way we want it to be divided. This treaty will be a stepping stone. Also, we can now beeline for the 1939 tank, because we get a little bit of bonus on that. So, which is the medium tank, and the medium tank is significantly better than the light tank. Of course, production-wise, we'll be a little bit behind, but we can slowly start phasing them in. Stability is 100%. So even though we're boosting now in 5 different countries, we're still getting political power. There we go, elastic defense, and we're gonna go down the Blitzkrieg route, not the mobile infantry route. Even though at the moment we've got more mobile infantry than tanks, I'm gonna assume that at some point we make it up. So there we go. Go down this route. And then the magnetic detonator when that's done. Oh, we've got 52, 53 and you are far ahead, you are far ahead. So let's go to the armor. This one has a 2-year bonus. That's only 150 days. We could do, of course, this one here, but look at the difference, right? Only benefit this one has is you just need steel, nothing else. Armor is 30, and the speed is a bit better, it's 14 kilometers an hour. Armor 30, defense is only 6, breakthrough is 46. Now let's have a look at the medium tank, right? Defense is a bit lower, 5. Breakthrough is 36 as well. Soft attack is 19. Armor 60, double the amount of armor. Slow as hell. So soft attack 22. Its soft attack is a little bit better than this guy here. Its piercing is 61. Your piercing is 50. Yet you will get pierced a lot worse. So let's go for this one here. And then after that we can grab this one here, which already has a lot more armor, 80, piercing 81. So it will just make shish kebab and pudding of these guys. Hell, this one with piercing 61 will shoot these guys to shit. No questions asked. You have piercing 50, you can't even pierce a medium tank. So yeah, medium tank's much better. Yeah, da, 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 da. Unfortunately, I just noticed that our war support has gone down quite a bit, and that is probably due to the fact that the world tension has gone down. That's a bit of a hassle. However, there's an easy workaround. And you go like, oh my god, he's not gonna do this. I am gonna do this. Because I have 85 days to demobilize my economy, and I don't want to demobilize my economy. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to demobilize my economy, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make one of the ships that we have the pride of the Navy. Seriously? Yep, seriously. So that is good, that is good. You are doing all of that stuff. We are still training there. We're doing all of them. Economy-wise, that's all 1939, so that is expensive. 31 days ahead. Is there anything cheap and cheerful we can grab? Oh, that's only 241 days. So this is actually expensive tech, but it actually goes fairly quickly. Compared to, for example, this one here. 176 days, and this is only 4 months ahead. So we're gonna grab a sub, because this sub is significantly better than the ones that we have at the moment. Because we can put radar on it, we've got better torpedoes on it. It has a lot more hit points, 30. Yeah, we'll grab that one. It's 241 days, but it actually might be worth it. So yeah, we're gonna wait for 100, and then we can make a pride of the Navy. And since we're only training anyway, plop. Since we're only training them and we're not really fighting, we're not gonna lose them. And Belgium hasn't got a navy at all. So we have got the Schleswig-Holstein and we have Silesian. So we're gonna take Schleswig-Holstein and make you the pride of the Navy. Plop. And okay, there we go. And that straight away puts our war support hub up to 29, and that means demobilize our economy is no longer needed. Less war support than 25%. We've got 29. All is fine. Oh, I didn't even cost political power. That's amazing. So we've got the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. There's no point in going this one. This is although doable. 226 days only. We have nothing else to research anyway, so we'll go for that one. We can select a national focus, which could be army innovations, gives us 20 army experience. And then we can continue with Plan Z. Is that worth it? That might be worth it. One land doctrine, one extra medium tank. Yeah, let's do this, because this will give us the secondary medium tank quicker. We have signed back. Beautiful. Molotov-Ribbentrop back. Those two are new Bolshevik friends. Lovely. La da da da. It's 1938. The pact is already standing. You guys can be invited into faction, but because there's currently not enough world tension, since we kept the world tension nice and low, we can't invite them just yet. Also, what we need is a lot more paratroopers. I forgot about those. Train. You've got 9, so we need 16 plus 9 makes 25. That's one too many. 25. It's that location. Train there. So you do that. You've got 29 experience. Lovely. That means you can get logistics. Safe. You can get logistics. See? We'll need a little bit more for the other ones. What are you? You are a tank. There we go.
Alright.
Another tank. Another one. Yep, we have another panzer. And we have one more panzer. That's it. So we're just waiting now for these trucks to arrive. Belgium to finally do what Belgium does best. Let's go fascist. Come on, Belgians. Don't be shy. You know you want to. And we've got enough political power to spend on something. We could go for industrial concern. We also can go for the attacking guy, Ludwig Beck. This gives 8%. And kill Franz Halde. Franz Halde does disappear, I think. He's. I think he was a big Nazi. Big fan of. I'm not sure. I might be insulting the memory of a guy that was against it. He's an expert, an expert. Division speed is also quite nice. Being able to overrun the Italians easier. However, Krupp is also good. Tricky. Here there's not a whole lot. Well, Rommel is fine with his genius to 15%. Actually, it's very, very good. But I'd rather have... I'm gonna go with Krupp. Get the industrial research done quicker. Come on, Belgians. Do the democratic thing and become a fascist. Is that a truck?
Angetreten.
My trucks are done. So, what's his name now has 8 tanks and 60 trucks. We've done the army innovations. We're not gonna go for an alliance with the Soviet Union because that's just not right. We're gonna go for befriending Denmark. Look, they're all happy fascists. They're going fairly quickly towards fascism. And this seems to be a sluggish stalemate. We've got 33, so then we can fix a few more. So you guys need logistics, say thank you. You are done. And you can get a recon company. And then the paratroopers, do we have sufficient for... Oh cool, they can have an extra paratrooper in there. They can't have 2 additional paratroopers, but 1 extra. Beautiful. Again, this just gives them a little bit more combat power. We're gonna wait until they hit 10 and then they're gonna give them shovels and stuff like that. We've got decryption, we've got encryption, it's 19... it's almost 1939, so... let's go to the eco-techs. Come on, Belgium. The latest that they can flip, well, they can flip after 1940 as well, but come on.
Zuhören.
I've not yet set you guys to actually do a invasion of Belgium. Panzerkampfwagen 3 is fertig, and then the Panzerkampfwagen 4 can get done in a year's time. Because we do have a nice speed bonus on it. It's a 1941 tech, in a year's time it's still 1939. Let's grab that one. Production wise, let's stop building light tanks. We want medium tanks. Medium tank. There we go. And the medium tank is going to go all the way to the top because it's going to be one of the more important ones to do. 25 initially, and of course we need more tungsten, and our big friend Portugal can send us more tungsten. Thank you, Portugal. And Belgium. Come on, Belgium, just flip. You know you want to do it. Edit you guys. You can get something that's useful. This is actually quite good. Soft attack. Shovels, 28. I'm just looking what's the best at the moment. Anti-air is good against... it's good for piercing. We're gonna go for support artillery first. That gives them a bit more damage when... more breakthrough, more defense. Lovely. Organization goes down a little bit. Their organization is 85 at the moment, but that's absolutely fine. So we'll go for a little bit of artillery. So how do you power drop in artillery? Well, you don't. You send them in with gliders, like the Brits did. Armor Spearhead, lovely. We'll go for the next one, which is the Schwerpunkt. And the Schwerpunkt just means focus fire. So everybody focuses on one point and see if you can pull through. I'm completely ignoring this, by the way. The Plan Z build up. That's absolutely no point for Plan Z. So we're skipping the focus befriend the Netherlands. Okay. Simply because, well, Netherlands is already a really good friend. They're so good they've actually invited us in, right? Glorious revolution and all that nonsense. And we're just waiting for the Belgians to come and invite us. Come on, Belgium, it's almost 60% already. If I justify Vogel, how much is that? That would be 24. Oh! I just don't dare doing it. If I justify a Vogel and it goes wrong, Britain will protect them. I just have to wait for them to flip. The risk is just too high. Flip, you bastards! If you need political power to open up discussions, you know, I can lend you some. La la. Alright, so we've got 3 civvies. This is very nice, which then means that production is going in the right direction. We've built our airports, we have built our radar stations. What do we need now? So we're ready for a war with Italy. Everything like here is guarded. They shouldn't be able to push through there. What we do need... I am still tempted to go for a little bit of this. Again, it produces a bit of rubber. Let's build 10 of them so we produce at least a little bit of rubber. You can only produce 3 of these guys in one region. So we'll produce 3 there, 3 there. Actually fits quite nicely. Thuringia, build some in Thuringia. Actually, you can build 3 there. That makes already 9. Anywhere in France, which is well developed. Yeah, we can build 3 there. That makes 12. Is it 12? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 12. 15. There we go. Yeah, so we've got 15 of them, and I think at the end they will all produce 5, so that puts us at 55 or something like that. That should be sufficient for trucks and for a couple of planes. We can always trade for them, but just in case anything goes wrong. And it also produces a bit of fuel. So we're not completely reliant on our transport routes. So having done that, material designer, that will give us better artillery speed, that gives us better infantry speed. What we do want is commercial rating. Karl Dönitz, 20% control rating efficiency. And again, we need that to be able to blast Italy out of the war. Now Italy has a downside. Italy has territory here, Italy has territory there, and I think they have like an island here. And they got, what's it called, thingy as well, not a victim. They got Albania here as well, which looks all quite nice, but they need to be fed, and my raiders can just raid around here. I can invite Italy into no, I can invite Romania into a faction. That's good. Invite into faction, send. Well done, Romania. So that's the first one in. Belgium is still Belgium. Don't be shy. It's 60%. You really need a revolution, guys. You know, you're the heart of democracy in Europe. It's time to get fascist. Plop, 60%. Bloody hell.
Befehle!
What have we built? We've built a bunch of paras. And we are gonna go. Are we gonna go in stacks of 8? We could do in stacks of 8.
Angetreten!
1, 2, 3, 7, 8.
Zuhören! Zuhören!
I'm actually counting and the number is bloody hell in front of it. Alright, so the first 8, you are gonna go straight into Brussels.
Ihre
2,
Befehle?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Achtung!
You are going into Leuven. And then the remaining
Alright.
ones are gonna take Namur.
Bereit?
And they're gonna hold the center. You're gonna hold the center. And then we've got Liège. There's almost no victory points here. That's absolutely fine. Befriend Sweden. Come on, befriend Sweden. Start. So yeah, if you're playing Netherlands and you're invading Belgium, don't bother with this side of the country. There is no victory point there. It's pointless. Just stick on the river side behind Liège, Namur. Get Kortrijk, get Ghent, get Antwerp. Also, if you're a Liverpool supporter and you're playing against Genk, you don't want to travel to Ghent. You want to travel towards where Liège is. Because Genk is about where this guy is. A little bit up from Leuven, a little bit towards Liège. Funny as hell. And yes, some guys actually did that. Alright, so we've got a 1940 submarine. Lovely. We can get this one in 143 days. We've got 190. Nice, but we're already doing the last one, so we'll grab you. Research. We can build new submarines, and these submarines are actually bloody decent. So these are the best submarines in the game. You want to still get the 1944 one, so you can get the better engine and the better torpedoes on it. But these guys don't cost chromium. So you can have those, you can have a radar on it, you can have a better engine on it, and you can have a better engine on it. So these guys are bloody good. Fairly quick, less visibility, more detection, a little bit more fuel use, that's the downside. But torpedo damage is almost 80, say. Whereas the torpedo damage of... Oh, no. Okay. Whereas the torpedo damage of these guys that we have been building is 43. And 4,000 meters. So, 4,000 kilometers. So we want 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll get the 4 replacement ones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you do that, do that. And go straight into the Hoogzeevlotte. And you see war support is coming down. Hoogzeevlotte, very well. Lovely. Yes, there we go. The Belgians have flipped. So we now can go and justify a war goal. Send. We can also cancel popularity. Send. So we finished that one. It sometimes is worth taking this one as well, because it gives the light cruisers better detection, heavy cruisers better detection as well. It's probably the last useful one. I'm gonna skip that one for now. I'm gonna see if I can take the naval invasion one. 216 days. Lovely. It gives us a bit of prep against Italy already. We can take you guys out when? 21st of December. Okay. So then we can take out Italy somewhere in the 1940s. And you can see these guys are going fairly quick now. 0.7. Decent. We can't get them into our faction just yet because they're democratic, but once they flip, we can get them in there. Bulgaria, how far are you? They're still non-aligned. They're going in the right direction as well. Once they flip over, we'll get them in our faction. Lovely dovely. Italy. Oh yeah, they want to join the faction. They're not going to join the faction. Well, they will join the faction, but not the way that they think they will. Go away. Decisions are available. We could do regional integration. We could do anti-democratic. We don't need any of that. Dismantle invasion. I don't need that either. Italy wants to ask join a faction. No, non-aggression. No, we don't need that. We've got planes in reserve. I know. That's all fine. That's all fine. No template. We have no troops in basic training. That is incorrect. Befriend Sweden is done. Beautiful. So Sweden is now slowly getting aligned with us as well. So we're going to go for the coal liquidization and then synthetic rubber. This one just gives us one more synthetic refinery. Where is it? In Sachsen. Alright. And synthetic resource, 1 times a 300% research boost. Nice. You know, it's not really essential, but it's nice to have. So you're doing that, you're doing that, you're doing that. We could train more troops. We don't really need more troops. We're fine with the troops we have. Also, you should do your thing. These guys are not gonna get involved in the war. You're gonna be defenders. Very good. And again, I've just moved them to defenders because I don't want to accidentally get them involved in a battle where they shouldn't be involved in. Does Japan have no limits? Maybe we will get Modal to lead this army. Modal. Little Nazi. Organization first, yes.
Achtung!
We want infantry. Actually, we just want defenders, right? Though they will not really be fighting a whole lot. We could take Rommel and Manstein, but they will not learn that much. Infantry. I'll take Schultz, and I'll take the other guy. Blechkowski. Blaskowicz. There we go. You and I are gonna be infantry as well. You are an infantry officer, that's fine. Planning speed, no. You're an engineer, that's nice. You can have an additional trade. Scavenger, why not? There you go. Alright, you do that. Very good, so our defenders are now equipped as well.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
And again, I don't think they will ever see action. They've got fortresses, they've got like a level 3 fort here. They have to fight over water. These are really difficult to take, and then with all the extra defensive bonuses, these 3 should be able to hold. We're doing the synthetic refineries, nicely done. Let's all go in the right direction. So once we've got them done, we can actually build a little bit more of a navy. Now you might be wondering, what the fuck do you need a navy for? The navy is purely to keep Sweden and Norway out. Also, we'll lose a lot of navy against, what are they called, the Italians. So let's build a little bit more navy here. Hungary demands. All of them are just making demands. Doesn't really matter if Hungary demands something and gets something. I think they just got South Slovakia. I'm not sure if they got it or not. They will also demand pieces of Romania. You know, whatever one they want. I don't care. So we can have another guy. Let's take. Speed is not quite nice. Army offense is quite nice, 10%, but it's only 10%. As speed, there's not a whole lot where you can get speed from. So let's take speed. And all of this is also quite nice, but coal liquidization, yeah, synthetic rubber. Synthetic rubber is just another flat +2. I think, yeah, we're trading for rubber. We can actually stop trading for rubber now, because we're now making our own rubber. This gives us a few more factories, and this is the 300%. We'll take this one. This gives us 20% oil, 30% from oil and 10% from refineries, whereas this just gives us 50% fuel from refineries. Since we're getting more from the oil from Curacao, we'll stick with that. Boost that one first. Ah, lovely bit of beer. Ah, the Soviet Union cancelled their non-aggression pact with us. That's what they occasionally do. And we're gonna get this one here. Now, this one is still 600 days in advance. It's way too far. So we'll go for the next one here. 151 days. 151 days for research. So they have strategic reasons to be hostile to us. Not sure why. Excellent. We could invite them into affection. At the moment they still don't like us. Bulgaria has a neutral foreign policy. They will change this after a while. Denmark is going in the right direction. You are going in the right direction. However, since you are flipped, we no longer need to boost. So we can cancel boosting here. These guys have strategic reasons not to join us. They will join us at the end of 1940, I think. And yes, beer does make me produce disgusting sounds, but hey, I like it. Maybe I like it, the way I burp on the floor. Ah, synthetic rubber. Modify synthetic refinery output by 2. Which is nothing to be sniffed at, because that gives us 30 in total. History will be written by the victor. That would be us. How's my navy doing? 217. We already have 199 submarines. Regardless, we must prepare people for war. So that's the fuel refinery. We're gonna go for the advanced machine tools. More production cap. We have synthetic rubber, lovely. We're not gonna integrate the war economy, so we're gonna go for the Reichsautobahn. And then once we go to war, well, we get more than 49% war support. That's trickier. Once we get that one, we'll take the German war economy. Mostly because, you know, these guys will just grab it in the Civil War. And then there's not a whole lot left to do. Which is then just go for the air doctrines. As you can see, I'm really ignoring my air force at the moment. Which is never a good idea to do, but Belgium will not have that many fighters. There you go, Panzerganswagen, 1939, December, so it's getting close to 1940, so we can actually already grab this one here, which gives us another research boost, and we'll also do the nuclear technology. If the next one becomes available, we'll grab nuclear tech. Not so much because we want to throw around nukes, but more because we want to get that flat 4% boost. And something is out of date. What's out of date? Tanks. There we go. And we just continue building normal shipyards, and then we'll also build a lot more factories. Landing craft are done. How long for you? So that's 318. That's 1 year. That actually might work out quite well. It's a 1942 tech, but by putting the boost in, it's done in a year's time. That is the end of 1940. By that time, we should probably be at war with Italy. And we also want more industrial factories. As you can see, I try to build them away from the coast so that I've got the flexibility to build more dockyards should I need them. There we go. And also I'm avoiding building too many factories in this side, because this side will flip to the Nazi side during the Civil War. Now the Belgians have been building loads of troops. Well done, Belgium. When is the justification done? 5 more days, 21st. We do happen to invade countries around Christmas. Do they know it's Christmas time? And oh, la 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 la. Declare war. Send. Alright, boys and girls. Everybody ready? Here we go. Plop. we've taken Leuven. There's still a fight going on
Achtung!
in Brussels. Let's go help out the paratroops in Brussels. But yeah, this is what happens to small little countries that just don't submit straight away.
Befehle?
You guys can get in there. I mean, they're still putting up a decent fight.
Befehle?
They have completely lost the plot. They have no idea what they're supposed to do. There we go. And we'll take that. Take all states. And then done. So we've got a little bit of Africa. Not that we need it. Who can we invite? Legionary of Bulgaria can be invited into the faction. Invite to faction. Send. And we want to justify you guys. Justify war goal. Conquer. South Tyrol. Send. 200 days. Lovely. We don't want anything from you. Insufficient resources. We need more tungsten. And our buddy Portugal. 1, 2, 3. Can't send us more tungsten. Lovely. So we've got a ton more factories, which means that we're building more. Yeah, lovely Belgium. Look at that. All them extra factories. Oh, no. They turn some fighters off. Not sure why they turn fighters off. Don't do that. We need fighters. We need bombers. We need all of that stuff. There you go. That's better. To the point where I'm actually saying, build 5 from them, 5 from those, and 5 of those. So we'll continue building medium tanks, but first we're gonna stock up on tactical bombers, close air support, and normal fighters. We don't want Italy. Bugger Italy. Go away, Italy. We have no divisions in training. That's fine. We've got decisions available. We don't need decisions available. We can now go
Zuhören!
and get our guys ready. All right. So you guys need to go there.
Ausrücken!
Exactly. Then you take a boat. And then you go to this airport there. Lovely. Then you guys
Befehle?
need to go here. And take a boat there. And you
Ihre
guys
Befehle?
need to go there. And take a boat there. And you
Ihre
guys
Befehle?
need to go here. Lovely. And we've got 37, and I think I can replace one tank already with a medium tank. Yeah, we need 400 medium tanks. We've got 600 available. And we've got 480 less light tanks. That's nice. Let's go for 2 medium tanks. Safe. So we've got some spare light tanks then, that we can rotate in when they get destroyed by the Italians. And we're still building a few medium tanks, but they should be done by the time that the war starts. How long? 61 days. Excellent. We can actually rotate them in quicker than that, I think. So we've got 1.3k tanks, light tanks in store. We must rally behind the cause. Alright, so we've got a pop-up saying that we have missing production equipment, light tank. Yeah, we're not producing any light tanks, but that makes sense. We don't want light tanks anymore anyway. So there's no point in producing light tanks if you're not gonna use them. $150. 150. With 150 we can get another guy in there. We're gonna break Erwin Rommel. Are we gonna take Erwin Rommel? Actually, we're gonna take Hensel, right? Reliability and speed in our research. Yeah, so we've got more reliability in our tanks. We've got more speed in our tanks. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, so Sweden wants a non-aggression pact. You're sure, why not? You guys are there, you guys are there. You're still democratic and not flipped yet. And these guys have strategic reasons not to want to join us. Not in a war, that's strategic reasons. Alright. So you can bug off. We're gonna go to Modern Blitzkrieg. Kampfgruppe. And that's 20% planning speed. Infantry and motorized mechanized infantry. Now this is actually important. Once this guy gets done, we need to discover mechanized infantry, because that gives us a nice big bonus. You guys are absolutely dreadful. None of you have gotten any experience. Okay, so we'll get rid of them. Because they're still only halfway there with experience, we could just delete them and then build them up correctly again. If they would have had some experience, I wouldn't have done it. 2000, lovely. Alright, so we want 1, 2, and then we'll add some interwar bombers. I can actually add all my interwar bombers from this area, I think. How many do you have? Not that many. Tactical bombers, tactical bombers. Yeah, we could just add all the interwar bombers from here. Because from here they can more or less hit all of Italy. I could also store them there. Alright, let's start with fighters first. Let's do fighters first and then we'll move them around. Fighter, daytime, Alpine region. So they're gonna fight in the Alpine region. We're gonna get one more squad of guys. So we'll take the old fighters. Fighter. And they're just gonna protect Germany, the southern Germany. Alright, now I'm gonna do the same stuff here. Fighter. And fighter. And you guys are gonna fight during the day. Although you can fight here first. So they're gonna fight here in the Tyrrhenian Sea. And you guys fighter. And they are gonna go for air superiority above Italy. Yeah. So they're gonna fight above Italy. That's fine. You are gonna get one more guy. So you take the old fighters. Right there. And we need some fighters here. So they have some borrowed fighters from France in it. You find there. Why there? Because the airborne attack will probably fly over this area, so we'll need to have air superiority there as well. Then we need... Where are my naval bombers? Wait for you guys to be deployed and deploying. What is it? Missing equipment, light tank. Yeah, we don't need light tanks. Standing by. Alright, so. You guys need to do. So they're gonna see if they can bomb the living daylight out of any Navy units here. Excellent, still plenty of space. So we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so I don't think we'll manage 800. So we're just gonna bang them all in there. Nope, not 800. We can manage 800 there. Do that, and that, and you're gonna fight above Italy. So what they will do is they'll give combat support when needed, and if not, they're gonna see if they can bomb harbors to see if they can hit ships. And you're gonna go and fight during the day. Lovely. So we've got 1390. And then we go, oh, nice, we almost have 400. almost have 400 of these guys. Awesome. And they're just gonna do the same thing. They're just more effective at combat support. Yeah, we have a lack of resources in North Africa. Yeah, there we go. Alright. We got you guys down to 93 each because I'm an idiot. I forgot to up you. 100 set. 100 and set and 100 and set. And you're doing this during the day. So this will give us a lot of control in Italy. We need an additional. You guys can be divided as well. And we need all of you guys. 100. That. So these guys are running out of supplies.
Achtung!
How are we doing for supplies? We need 35. And you can be upgraded to 10. Alright, so we're just gonna quickly upgrade that infrastructure a little bit. Maybe that will help.
Achtung!
There we go. Alright, so we need to grab Palermo and the entire of that area there.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Palermo, that's number 1.
Zuhören.
3. That's 2.
Bereit.
3.
Befehle.
As you can see, I'm dividing it a little bit to grab strategic points for.
Zuhören.
5.
Angetreten.
6.
Bereit.
7.
Zuhören.
8. And you
Angetreten.
are gonna grab number 9. Lovely. There we go. So that's the entire island. We've sent mostly 3 squads in. They're gonna grab this bit. Then, why there's only 2 units here? Why are the rest of you guys? Go here. You have upgraded. Excellent. Ambusher. Initially I always took infantry expert, but the +5 entrenchment is very, very nice.
Ausrücken.
Go there. And then go here. And get that speed up. So when can we go to war with you guys? That is in July. Okay. And this war just keeps going and going and going. Alright. So, that is good. We don't have enough support just yet. Alliance with the USSR. We could do an alliance with the USSR. Does it really matter? It's not really that useful, is it? Let's get some air doctrines unlocked.
Angetreten.
Alright, so we need to do some naval invasions. 1, 2,
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
5.
Ihre Befehle.
3, 4, 5.
Angetreten. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
5.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
And we'll get 2 of you to go there, and the last
Bereit
2
zum
of you
Ausrücken.
to go there. Now I'm tempted to try something new. It might be a bit dangerous, but hey, fuck it. We're in it to learn.
Zuhören!
Since we've discovered a bigger width of naval invasions, we can also just straight away go for Naples and try to invade straight down the coastline here.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
5. Let our paratroopers deal with this bit, and these guys,
Angetreten.
5, straight away grab more of the coastline.
Ihre Befehle. Befehle.
5. Why are you doing batches of 5? I have no idea. I could do batches of 4 and then have a bigger invasion
Zuhören.
corridor. I have no idea. I have really no idea. There's no real idea or anything like that behind it. There's no grand master plan. Mostly I'm just an idiot. Alright, so now Navy. We've got 228 ships. That's fine. We can stop producing them for the Hochseeflotte. You just go into the generic German theater. Generic German theater. German theater. And German theater. Navies. Do we need to continue training? We don't really need to continue training because you're not that good anyway as a navy. Everybody back home. Everybody go get repaired. Ah, they're docked in Friesland. Our beautiful naval base here in West Frisian. Actually, this is West Friesland, which is called North Holland. This is just Friesland, and this is Ostfriesland. What are you supposed to do with this information? I have no idea. But there it is. Everybody repaired. Lovely. Alright. Select all submarines. Now we have all submarines. Select all submarines. We will divide them in a batch of 8, I think. So that's 2, that's 4, that's 8. Lovely. We want them to auto split off. We want them to enable automatic reinforcements. And engage everybody, yeah. Let's up this number a little bit. Let's up this to 30. 30. Would it have been bad if it was 31? No, but that meant OCD kicks in and I can't sleep tonight. 30. 30. Lovely. And we could change all of them. Yeah, let's change them to submarine. But why? Wouldn't it have been quicker to change the other one to submarine? Yes, yes it would have. Why are you not doing that? Again, I'm an idiot and I've got OCDs. Oh no, I've just seen it. You need to be 30. You need to be 30. Alright, so. You lot, forget all your areas. You lot are gonna go convoy raiding. Right here. Right here. Right there. Right there. And right there. So this kind of covers all the territories, with the exception of Rhodos here. Could do the Aegean Sea, but I don't think they'll have that much trade going through it. Let's just grab it anyway. So they're moving at the moment through the assigned seas. We can build more submarines. Lovely. I can't upgrade you, right? No, radar one. Okay. That's nicely 100. So all we need to do now is wait for this to hit 100, then we can remove the... Then we can remove, what's it called? The flagship thingy here. That's a level 2 radar. It's now 1940. We can go for level 3 radar. Research. La da 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 da. How are you doing for Navy ships? A little bit less than we have. They've come somewhere between 41 and 133 divisions. Got a bunch of factories. Not that many people left in store. You see, we've got about 1.7 million people left in store. I think they've just been losing people like mad around here. How many medium tanks do we have at the moment? 81. Okay. What is this? Justification against Hungary is justifying against us. Okay, whatever. Demand Transylvania. So they want Transylvania, this bit here. Also this bit there. So they have make a dot into Romania. It doesn't really matter if they accept or not. In the end, we're gonna eat them all anyway. So we've done that. We've done that. It's 1940. Is there anything that we really need? We've grabbed all of those. We could take the quicker retreat though. That's useful. So quicker retreat, I think, also works on submarines. So it's always good to have a smoke generator installed on a submarine. I'm not sure. I've never definitively been able to prove it. I've never been definitively been able to disprove it. There you go. So you are a normal shippy again, and you are doing the chicken shit raiding strike forcing. There we go. Although you're actually gonna do this. You're gonna do naval support. That's air innovations. We're gonna go for the tactical air effort. The reason for that being, with the tactical air effort, we will unlock a naval air effort and long range. If we go for strategic, then we will just unlock a long range and air innovations. But air innovations is unlocked anyway, so we will unlock one more this way. Make sense? Makes sense. Tactical air effort. Battlefield support doctrines, that's fine. Tactical bombers and close air support models, excellent. And again, the defenders just defend, they don't do anything else. You guys are ready for an invasion. It's nice and quiet. So we've got smoke generators. We should be doing the MP38. We completely forgot about those. Oh no! We need to do this one. Why do we need to do this one? Hardness plus 100% for trucks. That's what we want. 80 days, and then we'll go for the MP38. So yeah, the Sonderkraftfahrzeug 11 is a good tech to have. Communist China has capitulated. Absolutely fine for them. If they have no more Bokov War, then they have no more Bokov War. So yeah, this is a bit where you then have to pay attention with Italy to see, to make sure that you have everywhere air superiority. Romania seeks mediation. Romania likes that. We have no interest. Romania gets a lower opinion. We certainly will. Alright, faced with the increased pressure from Hungary, Romania has asked for an impartial mission inside the dispute of Transylvania. They have approached us sound a willingness to commission. No doubt they will believe that we will defend their claims. We certainly will. The Hungarian side has presented us with an offer to solve the looming crisis. In their offer, the northern part of Transylvania would be given to Hungary, and the southern part would remain Iranian. Chief diplomat believes that this shows the Hungarian side has gotten cold feet, and that we should push for better terms. Push for better terms. Let's see what happens. Having decided, it's now up to us to offer different terms. I think there might be a war then. Maybe we just give them North Transylvania and be done with it. We don't really want to start a war with Hungary. Not while we're justifying on Italy. Let's give that one. Ah! Annoying. So, Hungary declared war on Romania. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah, crap. You see, I should have just told him to bugger off. What date is 7th of July? So I'm gonna load the autosave here. As a learning moment. Let's just hope that the autosave was after the conference. Invited into faction, Hungary. Weird. Alright, so Hungary have refused. Fuck them. There we go. So if this conference starts again, this nonsense, we will just tell them to bug off. We will not defend Romania. Details, there we go. Because we don't want any of that nonsense. We don't want them to start fighting, anything like that. And yes, we will not have our game ruined by a bunch of idiots going at it between Hungary and Romania. Because they dragged Britain into the war and we don't want Britain in the war. Very good, history will be written. We don't want a non-aggression pact, and we can hire another guy. I'm not sure why it didn't trigger this time the conflict between those two. And I'm happy for it, because I don't want to be involved in a conflict between those two. So yeah, if it triggers again, then Romania can go F itself. Kampfgruppe is done, lovely. Desperate defense gives you more manpower. Modernized blitzkrieg just gives you a bit more organization and stuff. Let's go for that one. Manpower is good. Stupid Romania, stupid Hungary. Annoying bastards. You are in my faction, you are in my faction, that's fine. You guys don't be dickheads, you know. Just leave them alone. 1939, let's go for you. Let's go research. That's also why I don't play Iron Man. One little mistake and you can restart the whole shebang. So yes, what have we learned? Bugger Romania. Whatever Hungary wants. When can we start the war? Who can join us? Excellent. So the Norwegians have decided to go fascist. Nursklevind wants to join the Axis. Accept. And we can stop cancel boosting. Yes. You guys are still democratic. That's fine. You guys, you are a fascist already. Excellent. So we can also stop boosting Denmark. Cancel. Invite into factions and there we go. The North Sea Empire has joined us, which is Denmark. And the only one that's still left is Sweden. And of course Hungary. Hungary will have to join us at some point as well. In July we can invade you guys, right? One more day. Now this is the pain in the ass battle. It's just safest to be on the safe side. El Lamo saving! Well, you know. Better be safe than sorry. How many tanks do we have in store? We've got 700 medium tanks. We've got 1.2 light tanks. We'll justify... No. We'll declare war. Send. Paratroopers are on their way. Naval guys are on their way. Everything is on their way. We'll slow down time a little bit. Have a look at the air. So we're losing the air war here. We're losing the air war there. 200 enemy jets, fighters. How many enemy fighters do we have? How many fighters do we have? We have 200, right? That is getting better. We're losing the air war here, 200. Excellent. You've taken Palermo. The other ones are moving already.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Run there. You have taken that one.
Angetreten.
Go there. Go there.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
Two of you are gonna take a
Right.
roll. The remaining guys are moving upwards. So there's wins.
Greift weiter an.
So
Achtung.
you are
Ausrücken.
going there.
Achtung.
You are going there.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
So we're dividing our units a little bit.
Angetreten. Ausrücken. Bereit zum Ausrücken. Vorrücken. Ausrücken. Bereit. Bereit.
Alright, so we are there. Are my tank units there yet? Not yet. Not yet. Okay.
Ihre Befehle.
Go there.
Ausrücken.
Excellent. Tankies are there. Beautiful. So that means that you guys forget about your orders. You guys are gonna get a very short front line. And you're gonna go all the way here. And push like mad. Go get him, Tiger.
Achtung.
Kick him out. You're still fighting. You are still fighting.
Befehle.
Grab Rome.
Bereit zum Ausrücken. Angetreten.
You're going there.
Ihre Befehle.
You are going there.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
There, go there, go there.
Achtung.
Way to
Achtung.
grab Naples. There's a bit of micromanagement.
Ausrücken. Los, los, los. Ihre Befehle. Ausrücken. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
So that's also fine. You guys are fighting. That's why the reinforcements are not coming. You see there, there's some troops stuck in a battle at the moment. You guys are doing that. You guys are doing that. You all want to join the war. You're not going to join the war because I don't want you to get a war score. If they get a war score, they can annex parts of the country that I need, that I want.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Over there, kick them out. How are my paratroopers doing? Not that well.
Achtung.
Go there.
Ausrücken. Ausrücken.
Go there.
Ausrücken.
So the Soviets have declared war on Poland, so now Poland can join our faction. We don't want Poland because then we'll end up with more of the Soviets. This is something we definitely do not want. Excellent.
Befehle.
You can go up there. Hopefully you can still manage shit. A bit too late.
Ausrücken.
Okay, get Tino? No.
Bereit zum Ausrücken.
But progress is being made, pushing through the hill here.
Auf geht's!
All of them, that's nice. Go get him, go get him, go get him. So you've taken that one. Awesome.
Befehle?
You have taken most of this.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
There.
Ausrücken!
Move there.
Bereit zum
Also
Ausrücken!
there. You forget about all your orders.
Bereit?
Uncertain times.
Zeigt es ihnen!
So yeah, it's a bit of a micromanagement hell at the moment. But we're getting there. We are getting there. Rome is being attacked.
Los,
You guys are
ausrücken.
never gonna win that. We can get more
Befehle.
troops in multiple sides. Does that help? That does not help at all.
Los, ausrücken!
Don't do anything stupid. Don't attack them just yet. You.
Zuhören!
Forget your orders.
Angetreten!
Go and form the front line, and you need to go and link up with your troops in the south. Do your thing. You
Vorrücken!
forget your orders. Forget your orders.
Weiter, weiter!
Forget your orders, like I told you. You need to link up with your troops in the north, like that. Do your thing.
Angetreten!
You need to go there, and you need to push there. Do your thing. And you are pushing up north, that's fine. Bloody mountains. I hate the bloody mountains. But we're winning the battle here. That means that everybody else can now direct yourselves there. You guys also move there and start fighting here. And again, this is just to get air superiority. The less fighters they have, the better it is for us. You have to... That's mountains. We'll have massive defensive bonus, and they've got 3 level 3 forts. Ah, bastards. Alright, let's see.
Achtung!
Let's see if we can push through these guys here. We just need to make a wall somewhere. And we're out of supplies. That's the biggest problem. We're out of supplies, which means that we can't break through very efficiently. Go here and draw reserves. So we've stacked too many troops in this into this pocket. Also, the Italians have. Oh, there we go. They're sinking all our big ships at the moment. Yeah, so our transport ships are not getting through. It's gonna be a bit problematic. Hence, all our troops starving. Oh, we're losing the war against the friggin' Italians. Trentino has already been taken back. Oh. This battle is going completely wrong. It's a good thing I saved. Those 5 guys have arrived. So yeah, I think I fed my tank division in here too early. Still a lot of fighting going on here. Let's have a look. Oh, I forgot to upgrade him. That is the problem. Veto expert. Yeah, that'll help. of convoys is high, 200 ships, that's absolutely fine. We can invite someone into our faction, Poland, bugger off Poland.
Weiter, weiter!
Yeah, you should be able to take him out.
Ausrücken!
So yeah, this battle went completely wrong. Yeah, we're being pushed back everywhere now. So yeah, we'll have to redo this at one point, but not today. It's probably gonna be for Monday morning. So for now, thank you all for watching. We'll redo this on Monday, and I'll probably hope to catch you all on Monday. Alright, catch you later. Bye bye.